Sustainability has long been a topic of conversation within the retail world, but that discussion can wane during times of economic uncertainty. But retailers such as Vallarta Supermarkets have pushed forward, continuing to further enhance its sustainability efforts. Welcome to Store Brand Spotlight. I'm Greg Sleater, Executive Editor of Store Brands. Our guest is Lizette Gomez, Director of Marketing at Vallarta Supermarkets. Lizette will provide a look into the grocer's efforts to continue driving its sustainability programs, which includes a host of initiatives that will continue into 2026. Lizette, welcome to the podcast.
Hi, thank you for having me.
It's our pleasure, and sustainability is a topic that just continues to roll forward no matter some of the challenges out there, especially those on the economic side. But we see obviously a host of retailers moving forward with various initiatives. So we're looking forward to getting kind of that overview and some insight into what's happening at Vallarta. So
Sure.
let's kind of start there at the top. If you could just give us an overview of what the grocer's doing, its philosophy and vision that kind of guides the company's strategy to meet what really is an evolving expectation for today's conscious consumer.
Yeah, of course. Well, first of all, we have our core values. They have not changed. We're very big on like customer service. We treat everybody with respect, best face forward. We're here to help the customer at any time and even inside our corporate offices. We also have respect, which is another one. So customer service leads into respect. We respect one another's. We respect our customers, our partners and everything. Like we're here for everybody. Like everything we do, we keep in mind our customers. Our commitment is another core value. Our commitment is everything, like commitment from corporate to the store level. Anything we do, we go all in and we're committed to do what's right for our customers. Obviously, food, we all need food to eat. And we're committed to giving like the best, food to everybody, like, clean, we have organic food. So we have a little bit of everything for everybody. Our integrity, we got to keep ourselves honest. We can't just say we're we have respect and commitment, but without integrity, we have nothing. We're all pretty honest around here. From ownership to like store level, it's everywhere. We all have it. And we're all accountable too for our actions. So it kind of goes hand in hand. Humility, like we're all humble here. Like the owners are extremely humble. They really are invested in the company, and so are the employees that work here. Like here are the people I work with, like the buyers that buy all the products for the stores. Like we all have it. Like we all want to make sure we're doing the best things for our customers. And teamwork, obviously. I can't work alone. No one can work alone. It takes a whole team to do anything from daily operations, from buying, from marketing, HR. Like we all work together. Like I always say this, like I work with everybody and I work for everybody. So it makes life easier for everyone, right? Like if I don't know something, I can ask somebody else or they can help me, I can help them. So there's a lot of teamwork going on. And I love that part. Like I really love working for this company.
From a standpoint of sustainability, especially throughout 2025, as you know, the price of food, the economics has made it a challenging year. Has that in any way hampered the conversation around sustainability, or has Vallarta been able to kind of overcome that challenge?
Oh no, we're in 100%. We actually have been hiring people in the past few years to help us with that. We are looking ways to save money for the company, for our customers. We're not just looking out for ourselves. Like we think about our consumers too. We want to make sure, everything's priced, it's best price for everybody. So we're heavily invested, like more than ever since like I think like early 2017, 2018 is when we really got into it. We saw trends changing, so we're with the trends.
Vallarta this year won the Shelby Report's Sustainability in the Food Industry Award. What is that achievement? Let me ask it this way: what specific achievements or programs were key to the company earning this recognition?
Well, we partnered with a third party, right, to come in and give us an assessment of things that we could do better on, right? Because as human beings, we all can be better. So they looked at a few things. So they looked at energy, water, and like natural gas. And I'm just going to start with those three. So based on that, like in order for us, I mean, we won that award, but I mean, we did a lot of back work before we even got there. So we saved energy by 18%, water 7%, and natural gas about 15%. So we've done a lot. And we have stickers throughout the store that kind of gives those call outs. They're tiny, they're like on the glass cases. And just like it's a little call out for our customers to read that we are trying our best, for everybody.
The company Zero Waste program is something that caught my eye. Can you talk a little bit more about that program and some of the challenges that maybe face the company to really achieving, that zero waste platform?
Yeah, so we're it's like reduce, reuse, recycle, and like the compost, sorry. Um a lot of what we've done a lot is we've have a lot of training inside the stores with their when that third party came in, they found things that we can get better at, right? Like, so we've been recycling a lot. So we have separate trash cans for our employees. We recycle our cardboard. We're making sure like water's not running, there's no leaks. Like, there's a lot of things, and making sure like electricity's on timers. So the light, I mean, as kids, like when your parents said, "Hey, don't leave the lights on." You never understood it really until you started paying your own bills. Believe me, I 100% get it. So little things like that have helped, right? Putting things on timers, making sure no leaks, and making sure like there's a place for everything, right? Because I mean, you can just throw everything in one trash can, but if you have separate trash cans that are, properly called out, like, hey, this is your recycle, this is for this, and this is for this, like that's we have call outs now, even for our customers, not only for employees, like we have like three separate trash cans that call out all that. So we are doing everything we can to get there.
That's interesting because it sounds like it's a lot of small, basic things that seem simple that kind of build on themselves to suddenly you've got this major initiative that you're saving, you're reducing, and things like that, where you're not, reinventing the wheel, if you will, but you're just kind of doing the basics.
Oh no, it's the little things that count, even though it's so minimal. It makes you start small, right? And then when you're done and you assess everything, it's a lot. Like you start seeing a lot of savings everywhere. So it's kind of cool. Like I've been with the company for like 5 years, and I've seen the changes, and they're really into, we're all trying to get better.
And it's funny that you bring up, shut the lights, which I think either us as children or now as parents, you use that moniker to save money and not waste. And you think about that in a house, but in a store the size of a grocery store, the amount of power that's flowing through there, that's a lot of energy if you do remember just to shut the lights or have them on a timer. So those little lessons we sometimes roll our eyes at as kids, 30 years later end up becoming
Yeah.
kind of corporate structure things that really do help, save some money and reduce waste. So that's kind of funny you bring that up.
Yeah.
The other thing I wanted to talk about too, because we hear this from a lot of retailers, is the sourcing of local and sustainable products, and that has far-reaching effects on a positive level. And I'm curious how Vallarta kind of balances its commitment to want to source those local products with the need to maintain competitive pricing for its customers.
Well, it's done in many ways, right? We do it in produce a lot, and that's like chain wide. And we're going into more of like the local store. I'll give one store as an example. We've been partnering with local businesses that have been, bringing their products in as like a grab and go item, where normally like they're a small store, they probably wouldn't have had that opportunity at any other grocery store, but we're allowing that. So we are partnering with local. Obviously, everything has to be like Fair Trade Act, right? We have to make sure everything has paperwork on the back end. But in produce, I mean, we do that more. because produce is produce, right? It comes from all over the world. But we are, more localized too. But we do pay attention to everything. Every product that's brought into our store gets vetoed. We do our research, where they comes from, you know, we taste it, we test it internally to make sure like this is like the best products that we want to give to our customers. Like I always say this, I'm in marketing, and also I do PR and everything else, but I always say this, if I see something on a piece of like when I do photography, if it doesn't look good, what makes me think that a customer that sees it is going to want to try it? So for me, it's all about like, does it look good? Does it taste good? Like, is it healthier for me? Is it not? Like those things I like to know. So that's how I like to work. And a lot of the people that I work with, all the buying team do that. So it's kind of nice to have like same like-minded people in the company, to have one goal, right? It's our customers. Our customers are everything for us.
Vallarta also has a commitment to clean products, which is, again, we hear that more and more. Would love to get some insight in terms of what steps that the company takes to ensure the quality of those products, but also, the labeling that goes into it so you can inspire confidence into your shoppers that, they're actually getting that clean product and you build that trust with your customers.
Oh yeah, so packaging is everything. Like we have organic. We clearly call out organic items with, POS. We put it on the ad. If it's a local product, we also call it out. So anything we can do on call outs to kind of educate our customers and ourselves, obviously, um, it's all over the store. So, even for me, like USDA choice, like for me, like we have a call out for that. Like we like to tell people like what it is they're buying and what it is they're eating. So educating is super important for us.
What role is technology playing within Vallarta's efforts in sustainability?
Right now we're in a transition with a lot of things. We're gonna roll out e-commerce, loyalty will come behind it. Um, Obviously for e-commerce there'll be delivery, so we partnered with like Instacart, DoorDash, like for those that can't make it to the grocery store, like we have options available that weren't available to our customers years ago. For those that aren't able to make it to the store, due to disability, or maybe they can't go because you have no kids, or whatever the case is, like we've partnered with like online delivery. So technology is huge for us. So we are looking at a lot of stuff. So I'm excited because a lot of things are coming out that I probably can't talk about it yet, but there's a lot of things that are coming out for our customers to make life easier for everybody.
When you look ahead towards 2026, are there some significant trends that you're watching as it pertains to grocery and sustainability?
I feel, this is my opinion, people are looking more for organic food, more clean food, more healthier for you. Uh, we've rolled out new products like our fresh fruit, our fresh juices that we have. We now have smoothies made with like natural ingredients. We have wellness shots. So there's a lot of things that we're coming out with food wise. For our customers that, are for our customers. So we are noticing all the trends. And when I tell you that we're on trends, we're on trends. Like there's not one person here that I can tell you that is not on a trend. Like when it comes to social media, like we're on social media. We're looking, we throw ideas, we bounce ideas off each other. So like when it comes to sustainability on like trying to like reduce everything we do, even when it comes to produce, and from produce, like everything we buy, like, is PACA certified. If we buy anything from Mexico, it has like, for the Fair Trade Act. So we just want to make sure we're compliant in every way possible, because we do want to give like the best food for our customers. And, when it comes to sustainability, like we're constantly looking. We have people doing analytics like here in our offices on like the packaging we're using, like the amount of labor, the waste we have. So we do have people on the back end that are doing reports for us all the time that are kind of helping, people like me and the buyers and ownerships, like how to get better. Like maybe for packaging, because we do have a lot of grab and go items, like maybe we should use this packaging, it's less, it's reusable, like, like stuff like that is stuff that we're looking at. So everything's being looked at. When I say everything, absolutely everything's being looked at to like get better. Like, how can we do something differently? So,
And longer term, when because we see retailers, with multi-year plans in terms of sustainability and goals and targets, is there? I guess what could your customers expect to see in relation to the continued growth of its sustainability efforts?
well, for us, like internally, it's training, right? So there's a lot of training across all departments and making sure we're all on the same page. And then we just have like clear, realistic, and target expectations, kind of like what you asked me earlier, like, something that started so small turns out to so big later on. So like our customers can expect us to constantly always try to get better and do the things better. And we do listen. I receive like, inboxes of like suggestions from our customers, and I forward it on, like, and I say, hey, someone sent this, like, this is a good idea. And we are listening. Like, we listen to our customers, whether it's store level, if somebody's walking in, hey, you should, we should do this. Those things get brought up, and we do take everybody in consideration.